And this is the post-Sumfest edition. Tech Time with a little review of that. We'll get to that, but let's welcome Carlette.
Hey, Francois! I'm so proud. My voice made it.
Wait, what have you been doing? Screaming all weekend long?
No, not screaming like after the artist, but having to do a lot of talking and a lot of loud noise. Because, you know, I worked at Sumfest. Other people got to play. I was there to work.
Oh, were you really?
Like
I saw you working your way along with Usher and things like that. Oh, look at her face now.
Yeah, me and my friend Ush were hanging out on the weekend.
Oh, boy. So you got to hang with him, chat with him, and you are the envy of many a female.
Can you imagine? Yes, I did get to hang with him for the weekend. So he is such a gentleman. Thank you for allowing me an opportunity to say that. Outside of the superstardom and the fantastic dancer, as a human being, he really was a gentleman. And
now you're just completing the fantasy for all the ladies that he can do all of that and he's a nice guy.
Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
So you were tweeting at Sumfest.
I really was. On Saturday night, I did my Twitter thing, Francois on Fame. It's one word. It's just Francois on Fame. Figure out how to spell it. And what I did was that I would tweet when the artist was going to come on stage, or even before, so that I'd tell the people, because I had the running order. So I would tell people what time the artist is going to come on. So if people were home planning to come out, they could know when to leave and everything like that. And those who weren't there, then I would give a critique on the performance, whether I liked it, whether I didn't like it. And you know me, I'm going to be honest about it.
So who did you like, since I missed your Twitter?
Let me go through and see. I thought Chris Martin was the first person to get anything really going. Who was after that? Shaggy was, you know, he's
Shaggy.
Master professional. He knows how to do it. Although I was a little coy and said that he's not going to get any prizes for dancing like Chris Brown or Usher. I was being unkind, but you know, he did other things very well. And then Usher was just very phenomenal. Would I go there?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
And I like the fact when entertainers come to Jamaica and they do their research.
Yes.
And they figure out what's hot and what we like to do and tailor their show to it. And that's what sets
it's one of the best performances in Sumfest history. It's up there with Lionel Richie. It's up there with Akon.
Yes.
Those are
the big three internationals, definitely.
Those would be the top three.
Yes, and in each case, you notice they had a connection with the crowd.
Yes.
They didn't just stand on the stage and sing.
Mary J. Blige. Now for me, that's up there.
And Missy wasn't so bad either.
Destiny's Child.
Ooh, yes, that year with Sean Paul.
So,
wow, memory lane.
This is tech time, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is tech time. Okay, so we digress. But you see, it's relevant because you were tweeting all night, and when I got back to Kingston, I was tagging you in pictures on Facebook.
I know!
I tagged you.
Yes!
Till my index finger got tired. And Facebook and Twitter, however, are old school social networking.
Oh no! After I worked so hard to ramp up and catch up with this thing, you're telling me it's old school?
1 year ago, I was telling you about Facebook and Twitter and telling you these things, and now I'm telling you it's old school. Because for 2010, it's all about location-based social networking, geotagging and geolocation. So the new trend, Foursquare, Goala and Google Latitude are the hot new social networking platforms.
Hold on a second. Before we go into them individually, tell me what is the difference between this social networking and this new social networking?
We're going to go through them generally, not individually, but the difference is these are location-based. With Facebook and Twitter, generally speaking, you're putting out information from anywhere in the world and no one necessarily knows where you are.
Okay.
Where you do it from is not what's relevant, even if you're doing it on your mobile phone and so such, your physical location is not relevant to the posting.
Mm-hmm.
With these services, these location-based social networking services, your location is everything. So that the leader of the pack right now is Foursquare. With Foursquare, you load the app on your phone, and it works on Android, it works on iPhone, it works on BlackBerry. And when you get to a location, you know, let me make it personal. I'm a foodie, I'm a cheesecake junkie. So whether I'm going to Pastry Passions, that's a big part of our fame calendar, or Susie's, which is my personal favorite, or Guilt Trip, or Brick Oven, I would check in. That's a term.
Yeah.
You would check in, which means that your phone would give off your GPS signal to all your friends, so they
to tell
know
them where I am.
That's right. And if you
they want to know where I am because what?
Because they may be in the same location or in a position to get to that location. So I can see where Francois is and where I am, and I can say, oh, Francois is nearby, let me invite him to come on over with me. Or you may see me pop up on your grid.
Why wouldn't you just call me on the phone?
Suppose I have to call everybody. With this, all my friends get alerted one time, so I don't have to call you specifically, which is really, really cool.
So you know where I am.
So you know where I am. And the thing about what makes it hot too is the more often you check into a location, you can get a badge that says, you know, you're special to this location. And if you check in a lot, or you get a lot of badges, you can become a mayor of that location. And if you check in a lot, you can be a super mayor. And a lot of companies are using it as incentives. So like Starbucks in the States, and I hope Susie is very soon in Jamaica, when you check in a certain amount of time, you get free stuff. So it's kind of cool.
All right. And that is catching on in Jamaica?
It is catching on in Jamaica, Foursquare especially. I've been a big fan of Google Attitude, and we've installed Google Attitude on your phone as well. Now I have a mere 2 friends on my Google Attitude, and the reason I have 2 friends is because these are the only 2 people I trust to know what my location is every single time.
Isn't that what the other thing will do too?
Well, the difference between Latitude, Google Attitude, and Foursquare and Goala is that you have to literally check in for your friends to see your location, whereas with Google Attitude, they get real-time online updates of where you are at any second of the day. So I'm not going to give out that information to too many people.
Okay, and what was the third one that you were telling us about?
Goala is the other. Goala is very similar to Foursquare. Very similar. In fact, there's an all-out war between the two.
Really?
But Foursquare has a slight edge. So this is why location-based... Well, I have to give you some tips. When you log on to Foursquare, when you log on to Latitude or Goala, please be careful who you add as friends. Right?
Because you don't want everybody knowing where you are. They could be stalkers.
They could be stalkers. They know that you're not at home, and they may go to your home and break in. This is a terrible, terrible thing. You know, you may have men who are following around pretty women. Please be careful, or vice versa. So you need to be very careful with this technology. But it can be fun.
But you can unsquare people if you want.
You can unsquare people if you want.
Right.
Another thing to note about Foursquare is that it automatically tweets your location, and anyone in the world can follow your tweets, even if they're not your friend. So you have to be very careful about when and where it is that you check in.
I don't think this is a good idea at all.
No, man, it's so cool.
I don't know.
It's so cool when you get those badges and those points and everything.
Folks, let us know if you're doing it, if you're getting points and badges and things like, or if you have any other question.
And you know, this suggestion came in from one of my tweets.
Yeah?
Yeah, this topic suggestion came in from a tweet.
I don't like the idea. You haven't convinced me on this one yet, but you didn't convince me on Twitter either.
And here I am. Here you are.
Okay, yeah, you win that one. I'll see how long it takes me to come around. It's Tech Time, folks, brought to you by Royale Computers. Visit Royale Computers for all your computer parts and accessories. Hey, Carlette is sticking around. You can text us at 878-FAME. If you have a question, comment, or if you have a square. What's the terms that they use with...
you check in, you get badges, you become a mayor.
Check in with us on the text line and let us know what you want to find out.
Got 10 minutes? Get technified with Tech Time on Tuesdays in Trivial Pursuit with Francois and me, Carlette, on the blazing 95 FM.